So Artur Beterbiev retains his WBC and IBF light heavyweight titles with a 9th round stoppage over Marcus Browne. And this was a typical Artur Beterbiev performance, in my opinion. I didn't really see anything different from Artur Beterbiev. This is what Artur Beterbiev does. He starts slow. Marcus Browne came out. He racked up the first 2 or 3 rounds just using his jab and moving. He wasn't really landing anything significant. He was just, landing and throwing more than Artur Beterbiev. But that's what Artur Beterbiev does. For the first few rounds, he's there, he's scoping, he's moving forward, he's using educated pressure, he's making the guys work more than they have to work. He's very heavy-handed, he's very physically imposing and physically strong. So he's landing shots on the arms, on the gloves, and these guys are feeling it. And the resistance starts to break down as the fight goes on. And Artur Beterbiev starts, to get closer, and he starts throwing shots in combinations and starts letting his hands go and landing a lot cleaner on these guys. And we saw that tonight against Marcus Browne as we got into the 5th, 6th round. Marcus Browne started to wilt, in my opinion. He started to feel the pace of the fight. He was badly cut over the eye after an accidental head clash where Artur Beterbiev picked up a terrible cut in the middle of his forehead. It was very reminiscent of when Marcus Browne fought Badou Jack, and the same thing happened to Badou Jack. Same spot, middle of the forehead, but the blood was just coming down the face of Artur Beterbiev. He had a crimson mask for the next 4 or 5 rounds. And Browne, he had a bad cut to his eye. And when a guy's cut like that and he's under pressure, and Artur Beterbiev, after that cut, it kind of like woke him up even more. I felt like he was going to grow into the fight anyway, but that cut, just gave him a bit more urgency, especially when the doctor said to him, I'm going to give you 1 more round, because he thought the fight could have been stopped. And if it goes to the scorecards after 4 or 5 rounds, Marcus Browne was still in the fight. He won the first 2 or 3 rounds. So, Artur Beterbiev thinking, if this goes to the cards on a technical decision, then I could lose this fight. So, he stepped on the gear, he stepped on the gas, and he just broke Marcus Browne down. I think he dropped him in the 7th round with a great body shot. And Marcus Browne, he managed to get up and ride out the rest of the round. But the writing was on the wall. I could just see the stoppage coming as the fight went on. Artur Beterbiev was just landing shot after shot, hard shots. Marcus Browne, the one mistake he was making was staying on the ropes. But it's easier said than done to just move off the ropes. I know people were saying that on Twitter, like, why are you just standing on the ropes? But when Artur Beterbiev is just cutting off the ring and he's backing you up and making you stay on them ropes, and he's hitting you with hard shots to the arms, to the body, to the head, it's hard for Marcus Browne to really do anything. He was trapped on the ropes more than he was just staying on the ropes. So, Artur Beterbiev managed to drop him again in the 9th round with a short shot to the head. And Marcus Browne just sat out the count. He quit, basically. And, I'm not going to ridicule the guy for that, because I'm not in there. I'm not under the pressure that he was in. He was under against Artur Beterbiev, a huge puncher. He was badly cut. He just thought, what, tonight's not my night, and he sat out the count. So it is what it is. But Artur Beterbiev retains his WBC and IBF light heavyweight titles. And like I said, it was just a typical Beterbiev performance. Started off slow and then grew into the fight. But what's next for Artur Beterbiev now? Obviously, he's unified at light heavyweight. Obviously, there's whispers of him fighting Canelo Alvarez. If Canelo Alvarez goes to 175 pounds, and if he wants to be the man at 175 pounds, then he's going to have to meet Artur Beterbiev, because Artur Beterbiev is the man at 175 pounds, in my opinion. Obviously, we have the other champions, Joe Smith Jr. and Dimitri Bivol, but to me, Artur Beterbiev is the strongest. He's the most dangerous. He's the most dominant fighter at light heavyweight. So if Canelo goes there, that's the guy he's going to have to see. So comment below in the comment section, what did you guys think of this fight? Do you think Beterbiev should fight Bivol next? Do you think he should fight Joe Smith Jr.? Or the winner of Joe Smith against Callum Johnson? He's already beat Callum Johnson by a 4th round knockout a few years ago. Or do you just want to see him fight Canelo? Because that is a very interesting fight and probably the most dangerous fight in boxing for Canelo right now. So comment below in the comment section. I'm out.